They said no to the land deal, so I headed back early.
Hello? Taisei? I have some concerns regarding the redevelopment project requested by Shioyama Corporation. What happened? Weren't you supposed to be meeting with Shioyama Corporation about the land purchase today?
They said no to the land deal, so I headed back early.
My name is Keiichi Sato. I work in sales at a construction company called Days. How come?
It sounds like the land price suddenly shot up, and it ended up way over the budget. I explained beforehand, and apparently since it's part of the redevelopment, it has to be bought by a company. So yeah, I guess that's just how it is.
I see. I get it. If I remember correctly, the person in charge was Nagami, the sales director at Shioyama Corporation. By the way, how much were they asking?
They said it's the price written on this document.
Hold on. Got it. I swear I'll make your dream come true, Noah. Hello? Taisei? I have some concerns regarding the redevelopment project requested by Shioyama Corporation. I'd like to set personal matters aside and talk about whether this actually makes sense from a business standpoint. 3 days later.
What's going on here, Nagami? I just got word that Days wants to put the redevelopment construction project on hold.
Huh? Mr. Shioyama? Please tell me you're joking. Does he look like the kind of guy who makes dumb jokes? Wait, are you serious, Nabata?
Yeah. I mean, Days is an industry heavyweight. If this leaks, the banks won't trust us, and the tenants could start backing out. If it's just a modest adjustment to the terms, I'll approve it. Do whatever it takes and lock this contract down.
Yes, sir. Wait, you're saying this all started because I turned down the land purchase for sales director Keiichi Sato's girlfriend?
Yep, that's right. I never expected things to be shut down that abruptly.
Please wait, Mr. Sato. I admit there may have been some discourtesy on our part, but surely that alone doesn't justify pulling the plug on the redevelopment project.
Don't get this wrong. We're not taking issue with your attitude at that time.
The issue is that the land price is so high. It would shut out even a small mom-and-pop cafe. The land price, you say?
From what I've heard, it's clearly set far beyond what makes sense for the scale of this redevelopment project.
Well, that's because we're expecting a certain level of profit from this redevelopment, and a certain level of profit?
If there were any redevelopment plan that actually justified the land price Shioyama Corporation set, it would have to include a massive shopping mall, plus stadiums, museums, hospitals, the whole lineup of large-scale facilities. But according to what we were told, the plan was to build a dense residential area and improve access to the city center, wasn't it?
That was the original plan. But we received far more interest from parties wanting to get involved than we anticipated.
I see. Then perhaps it's time you noticed the contradiction.
Contradiction? If you were really going to steer the project in such a grand direction, you should have realized before raising the land price that the construction work would become far more complex and labor intensive. And yet, not only were we never approached about revising the terms, we weren't even consulted about readjusting the plan itself.
I must say, that's quite frankly, deeply unprofessional.
We apologize for getting the order of things wrong. There were still many unclear aspects to the project, and
what's the point of jacking up the land price when everything's still up in the air? Chasing quick money like that is exactly why we don't trust this.
We're truly sorry.
We took this matter seriously and conducted our own internal review of the business risk, profitability, and overall feasibility of the project. But even so, we can't ignore the significant risks involved in this redevelopment plan. To begin with, why are you rushing this so much? It hardly seems like you paused to think this through calmly.
That's because this is going nowhere. That information is confidential. If you're unwilling to take on the project, then we understand. We'll move forward with another contractor. Excuse me.
What do you mean the talks with Days fell apart? What are you planning to do? Do you have any idea how many companies have already secured budgets for this redevelopment project?
Don't worry, we've already talked to another contractor, and they're pretty positive about it.
Another contractor? You seriously think there's a contractor out there bigger than Days? And why did you raise the land price without even telling us?
It wasn't my call alone. I got Mr. Shioyama's approval, didn't I? This redevelopment has to be large scale. The original plan just didn't have enough upside.
If that was the case, you should have explained it to us beforehand.
Shioyama! Well, Mr. Bandai. Shioyama, really appreciate you selling us such an amazing property. It's nothing fancy, but I brought a little something to say thanks. Thank you very much.
So they sold the land to the CEO of Tokimeki, a big name in the apparel industry.
Is the redevelopment plan coming along smoothly? Yes, for now we're somehow keeping it on track. Good. That land is where we plan to launch an experimental store tied to a new strategy that will determine our company's future. If that succeeds, we'll open one of the largest stores in the country. Once the redevelopment is complete, I'm sure everyone in the city will be wearing our brand. I can't wait for the day I get to see that scene. I'm truly honored to be involved in such a grand vision. I appreciate that. By the way, you do understand my policy, don't you? Of course. Sustainable management that raises people's quality of life, correct?
So that's it. They made the redevelopment bigger just to make Tokimeki look good. Push people out and plan to take all the credit. That's pretty dirty.
But things were never going to go that smoothly.
A reduction in the loan amount.
Yes, I'm afraid that Days stepping away is simply too big a factor.
Wait a minute. We're already planning to scale this up. So cutting the funding now would be disastrous.
And Days is precisely the company that raised concerns about that scale expansion, am I correct? According to this proposal, most of the tenants are still under negotiation. If those get locked in, it would be a different story, but...
Nagami, I'm counting on you to handle the negotiations. The rent is too high? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, not just the rent, but there are too many interior design restrictions, and the contract terms are far too long. At minimum, we'd need support on the interior costs, or a sales-based split. Anything to ease the risk on our side. Or you could temporarily fill them all mainly with Plan B tenant candidates.
Plan B would be nothing but low-margin tenants, and the profitability would be terrible.
But isn't this whole high margins thing just because you spiked the land price and try to play bigger than you are? Why not face reality and revert to the original plan?
That's for us to decide. Neither the bank nor the tenants are moving forward. If there's one small silver lining, we did manage to secure another general contractor. From here on, we'll just have to emphasize how they outperform Days and earn everyone's trust. But the schedule is going to be pushed back significantly. As long as it works out in the end, we'll be fine. I doubt it'll be that simple.
In the end, that delay would lead to unexpected losses. Meanwhile, on our side,
Wow, this is an excellent plan.
yes, unlike Shioyama Corporation, this firm is putting together a very realistic redevelopment plan. They aren't prioritizing profit above all else, and they're putting people's daily lives first.
I see. I guess this really is the kind of redevelopment you've always envisioned, huh? What about having Noah open her shop around here too?
Yes, I've actually already started negotiating the land purchase, and this time, it doesn't look like there'll be any sudden price hikes.
I see. Then, I'll propose that Days apply for this project at the next executive meeting. Thank you for bringing us a truly outstanding opportunity.
You're welcome.
That's fantastic. So it's settled.
Yeah, looks like we can finally move forward with your cafe plans too.
Thanks. You really have a wonderful father.
Yeah, Tai Fei and your parents showed me that. You can become a family even without being related by blood.
But I think there are so many people out there who are in much harder situations than we are. I've always wanted to open a cafe that could be a place to belong for people like that. Thank you so much for making that dream come true.
I didn't do anything. This is all thanks to how hard you work.
KG.
Joining the alternative redevelopment project moved forward smoothly. And as a result,
Mr. Shioyama, I'm afraid we'll have to terminate the financing.
Terminate it? We finally have the construction company lined up, and the tenants and shopping mall plans are in place. Why now of all times?
Please take a look at this. This is an overview of a redevelopment plan in another area that was recently announced to the media.
Days is the construction company?
This project's budget is 30% higher than the one of your redevelopment plan. And yet, the overall scale is smaller than what you're proposing.
So, sounds like their partners really jacked up their demands.
No, even at this scale, this budget is what's realistically required. Meanwhile, your plan has far too little budget for its size. And on top of that, the land price is excessive. Where exactly were you planning to make up the shortfall?
Of course, we'd ask the general contractor or the tenants to share part of that burden.
Really? Aren't you saying the same thing to both the contractor and the tenants? Aren't you just switching who you're asking to take the hit?
No, of course not.
In any case, now that we're aware of the outline of this redevelopment plan involving Days, we can't provide financing for your unrealistic proposal. We ask that you revisit and revise your plan.
I understand. Darn it. Because of the massive delays, Days beat us to it. The contractor and the tenants both told us the same thing, the bank did. I tried negotiating every possible concession, but they said this is as far as they'll go. If it weren't for the delays, we could have started construction immediately and pushed ahead past the point of no return. At this rate, Mr. Bandai might pull out too. We can't let that happen. If we carry out Mr. Bandai's plan ourselves, we can repay the favor. Mr. Shioyama, Nagami, Mr. Bandai would like to set up a meeting. Please coordinate the schedule. Well, talk about timing. How are you going to explain this? We have no choice. If it's come to this, we'll have to swallow our pride and take a gamble. Ask him if he'll agree to a sponsorship deal. It'll be a win for Tokimeki too. Got it. I'll whip up the Tokimeki materials right away. A sponsorship deal, huh? Exactly. If a major company comes on as a sponsor, the buzz alone would be huge. And it would allow us to pursue a higher quality redevelopment. This is disappointing. Excuse me? Actually, I had a discussion with Days. They were very candid and shared a lot of honest feedback about our plan. Why is he talking about Days here? Don't tell me. We also conducted our own review of the redevelopment, and we found that compared to your proposal, Days' plan offers far greater benefits. Is that really so? We've been thinking far more about your interests and... Tell me, why do you think we decided to launch a store with a concept we've never tried before? It's basically an experiment for the company's growth over the next decade, am I right? Yeah, but I'm not talking about anything that shallow. By making this store a success, I want something sustainable. Something that actually lifts the quality of life for people in this area. With that in mind, the fact that my daughter's shop aligned with Days' plan became a major turning point for me too. Your daughter's shop? You two may not have realized it, but Noah Bandai is my daughter. We're not related by blood though. What? Wait, so I sold the land she was supposed to buy to her own father? Business is business. I can't bring personal feelings into it. And yes, I accepted the land purchase. But at the same time, the fact that you chose my plan over Noah's went directly against my policy as the CEO. So that's why he asked about his policy back then. That was the moment I started wondering whether Shioyama Corporation truly understood that principle. That's why I kept a close eye on both plans, yours and Day's, weighing them side by side. In the end, your project stalled, and Day's moved forward first. We were conducting thorough research on that point, and I've already spoken with the general contractor and the tenants too. I know you were trying to push forward an unsustainable plan. That said, if you'd been upfront here and asked us to help with the financial shortfall, I was willing to hear you out. But in the end, you guys didn't give me anything worth acting on. I'm disappointed. It'd be wiser to pull out now before the damage gets any worse. If we pull out now, my position will be, there's something I want to show you two. Do you have a minute? Yes.
KG, the folks in the neighborhood brought us some treats.
Wow, thank you.
And they told me to say, thanks for helping the town move forward.
Man, that really means a lot.
KG, the cafe sign is finally done. What do you think?
I love it. It's cute and feels so friendly.
What do you think when you see them? Building a business with everyone around them backing them up. Do you have anyone who cheers you on that wholeheartedly?
After that, Shioyama Corporation faced a cutoff in bank financing and a wave of tenant withdrawals, and the redevelopment plan was scrapped entirely. All the preparation costs went to waste, and based on an internal resolution and shareholder approval, Mr. Shioyama stepped down from his position.
Everywhere I go, it's the same thing. The failed redevelopment. If only I hadn't rushed to sell the land and had rethought the price back then.
Both Nagami and Mr. Shioyama found the failure following them, from company to company, making it difficult to regain the trust of business partners and leaving them without a place to belong at work. Their families cut them off, and now they're just barely getting by with low-key dead-end jobs.
Grand opening today. Come on in.
It's just me. Hope that's okay. I brought flowers.
KG, yeah, of course.
Can you take a look inside the bouquet later?
Huh? Is this a marriage registration form?
Oh, yeah, it is.
My bad. I just couldn't help but check right away.